It's very clear that under our laws, you can be a dual citizen but still be a justice of the Supreme Court. At the Supreme Court in April this year delivered a judgment to that effect. So the nominee who came yesterday is qualified under our laws, notwithstanding the fact that he holds a Canadian citizenship. But for the judgment in April, he wouldn't have qualified to be a Supreme Court judge in Ghana.
There are still those who hold the view that the Supreme Court actually did this in anticipation of the fact that there may be an appointment of this nature in the near future.
I have no evidence to that effect. It may be by mere coincidence, and people may conjecture, but there's no evidence to that effect. So let's leave it for now.
What do you say to people who say that it will not be fair to make members of the judiciary have dual citizenship to sit at the court, but members of the legislature do not have a similar?
Then we have to look at our laws once again. If as a people we think that judges must also not hold dual citizenship, then the law, there was an existing law, that judgment has struck down that piece of legislation. So if we think we want to still open it up for others to come into the fray, let's look at it. As far as I'm concerned, the status quo now is that if you are a dual citizen, you cannot sit in the House of Parliament as an MP. Until that provision is amended or repealed, we should go by that. And also that if you are a dual citizen now and you want to be a Supreme Court judge, you are permitted to do so until and unless you repeal or something is done to that effect.
Part of your job is to ensure justice. Do the people of the legislature accept justice when they cannot hold dual citizenship and be in power?
Justice is about due process. Justice is about adherence to the laws. What laws are you talking about? There's a judgment to the effect that if you hold it, you can be a judge. So that's justice.
Country, if you follow his conversation, he hasn't prosecuted a case in Ghana before. He hasn't practiced in Ghana before as a lawyer. Was the guarantee that he would do due justice to issues that come to him from the Ghanaian jurisdiction?
Yes, yesterday you listened to him, you watched him. An excellent professor. He knows his stuff. In fact, we're in the law school together, even though he's 1 year behind me, and I know his worth. In terms of his ability to deliver as a judge, I can assure you, he has every quality that any judge should possess in the dispensation of justice, and I trust him that you do his job as a judge.
But I'm sure prosecution differs from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. If he hasn't had full knowledge about what we do here, will he be in position to deliver?
Fortunately, he is based in Canada, right? Canada is a common law jurisdiction. And so those of us who are called to the bar in Ghana, that's why we can appear or we can go to other countries. If you even want to practice, you go to some process that you can practice because we use similar procedure and similar laws. So there's nothing untoward about his knowledge when it comes to how he's able to do his cases in Ghana as a judge. Because whether in Canada, whether in UK, whether in South Africa, whether in Nigeria, Gambia, we use the same procedure. So there isn't anything much about it.